I started off as a pretty happy kid. My mom tells me I was always smiling and laughing. Things took a turn for the worse when I moved to Scarborough. Racism and bullying was a daily thing. Why are kids so mean? I just wanted to be liked. His hair didn't help. I discovered fashion at a young age and learned if I look good, people will like me. I'd be accepted. High school got boring real quick. I'd do anything for attention. And that got me kicked out of 1, 2, 3 high schools. At 17, I was officially a dropout. I threw myself into the gym, determined to transform my body. And with this new body, I made the most of it. I discovered nightlife and knew that I had found my calling. Go-go dancing seemed like a job I could handle. Dancing led to bartending, then I moved to Miami. Living in Miami was like an undergrad in Lifestyle 101. I worked and learned from the best. Moved back to Toronto in 1999 and threw my first party. It was legendary. One party led to 2, which led to more and more. I was crushing it, and now everyone liked me. I was the man. Promoting was fun, but I needed more. I had to prove that I was the best. In 2003, I opened Blowfish, and people called it Toronto's coolest restaurant. Then I opened Century Room and kicked off King Street West. Year after year, we opened more new places. Hammam Spa, Atelier, and then I created the club I dreamed of, Maison Mercer. Success felt good, and I was on top of the world. I've been to over 60 countries and lived a f***ing awesome lifestyle. I've been to the craziest parties, the best festivals, and have epic stories to tell. And that looking good thing, that's definitely helped with the ladies. I'm a very lucky guy and I've lived an incredible life. Fancy cars, famous friends, beautiful women, exotic trips. My life has been an absolute dream. I was having so much fun living like a celebrity, spending like a trust fund millionaire, and then I woke up at 40, single and lonely, stuck in nightlife, and broke. And that's when this story gets interesting. All right. I look pretty happy, right? I mean, I should be. It was my 40th birthday, the sun was shining, had lots of friends there. I was alive, I was healthy. But the truth is, I wasn't. See, I woke up that day with this really strange feeling. And even though I tried to smile and have fun, that feeling just wouldn't go away. And that night, the feeling only got worse. I knew something was wrong. Something was really wrong. See, I woke up at 40 thinking I'd be married, I'd have kids, I'd be at a nightlife. I'd be on my way to financial freedom. But I was way off from where I was, and it felt terrible. Now, I made a promise to myself that day. I said that I will not wake up at 45 feeling the way I did at that moment. So, since my 40th birthday 3.5 years ago, I've been on a journey of self-discovery to get my life on a path that will get me to where I really want to be. And along that journey of self-discovery, I've learned a few things that I'd like to share with you today. But before I get into that, I want you to listen to what I'm about to say very carefully. What I'm about to share with you has taken me 43 years to learn through my successes and through my failures. And if you pay attention to what I'm about to share, you're going to learn some key insights on not just how to be successful in work, in your relationships, in life. You are going to learn how to be a successful human. Now you may ask yourself, what does he mean by successful human? This is a normal way that we describe ourselves. But today we're going to change that. And I'm going to share with you the 5 principles to be a successful human. Number 1 is relationships. Harvard recently conducted a study that proved that there's a direct correlation between the quality of your relationships and the level of joy and happiness in your life. See, I didn't accept myself. For many years, I didn't love myself for who I was and who I wasn't. And I was spending money that I didn't have to buy things I didn't need to impress people I didn't like. So at 40, yeah, it's no surprise why I was broke. Well, I was spending money like that to make this little guy feel better about himself. Because he didn't get picked to play soccer or baseball or football, I felt that I needed to do whatever I could to make this guy inside of me feel better. Now, When this 8-year-old and I had a conversation, I realized it's because of him that I've been living this life. I said to him, look, it's okay. You're accepted. You're loved and respected by many, and it's okay now. And in a minute, I was able to let go of the things that didn't serve me anymore. I wasn't wasting time or energy and money on things that I just didn't need in my life. And it was amazing to just be free of that. Another very important relationship in your life is your relationship with your parents. Now, like me, you may not have grown up with the ideal relationship with your family. And that has nothing to do with the relationship that you could have with your parents now. Your parents are human, just like you and I, and you can't expect them to know everything. As a matter of fact, just because they're older doesn't mean that they have all the answers. Doesn't matter that they know more than you. Now, to make that real, I'm going to ask for some audience participation right now. For everybody between the ages of 25 to 30, can you please stand up? 25 to 30, please stand up. Now, for everybody under the age of 25, take a look at those people standing. Take a long, hard look at them. Now, I want you to realize that that's who your parents were. That's what they looked like. Do they look like they know how to raise a kid? And for all of you standing, what would you be doing with a crying, pooping little human right now? What would that be like? Thank you for participating. You can sit there. Yeah. Now, next time you see your parents, thank them for what they've done for you, and know that they did their best with what they knew, and that you can have that relationship that you've always wanted with them as soon as you accept that, hey, they're human just like you. Now, there are people that have pissed you off, or maybe you've been a jerk, and you don't talk to them anymore. Reach out. Go see them. Life is short, and regret sucks. I promise you, what's stopping you from holding you back from reaching out and connecting with them, the thoughts are worse than it will actually be. Be the bigger person and just reach out, say what you need to. Great relationships are what makes life rich. So, how many of you came here today to be successful? To be successful, to learn how to get rich so you could have lots of money so you could buy nice things. Well, if that's why you came here, I hate to tell you, but you're wasting your time. See, I've been successful. I've enjoyed many of the rewards of success, and I can tell you that those nice, shiny, fancy things, they're fun for a little while, but they get boring pretty quick. And just because you have more money doesn't mean you're going to be more happy. In fact, it could be the exact opposite. See, the more we have, the more we want. The more we want, the more we feel we have to have. And that pressure, that constant chase, leads to sickness, depression, and anxiety. And Biggie Smalls said it best: more money, more problems. Yeah. We live in a day and age where we look at people's highlight reel on Instagram, that top 1% of their life, and we compare it to our behind-the-scenes reality, and we think our life sucks. And we think we need to keep up and that everybody's living this awesome life. And in trying to keep up, our priorities get completely screwed up. Now, I'm not telling you not to hustle, not to grind, not to crush it, but just think about what you're sacrificing along the way. Because regardless of how much money you have, you can never buy back your time or your health. So how much is enough? What is enough? What is the difference? Where's the line between what you need and what you want? I invite you to try this. The next time you're stressing out to buy something, ask yourself, do I really need this? And how long will it make me happy for? If you invest your time, energy, and money into things that bring you long-term happiness, I promise you, your quality of life will naturally increase and you'll have more than enough of what you truly need. Health. If there's one thing you take away from today's talk, health is the best investment you could make for your life. I know 30, 40 years from now is a long time away, but imagine what your life will be like then. You're going to have so much going on and so much to live for. You're going to want to enjoy every moment of your life to the absolute fullest. You're young and healthy now. Eat well, train, adapt to a healthy lifestyle. The rewards that will bring you later in life, you'll be so grateful that you started now. Now, working out and being healthy can actually teach you how to make more money. I got to admit that I started working out when I was 18 because I was this scrawny little guy. Now, I just want to be buff and ripped, and I just want to pick up girls, really. And what I didn't know was working out was actually going to teach me how to be successful at business. See, when I dropped out of high school, I was determined to change my body. Day after day, week after week, I was in the gym when no one was asking me to, no one was counting my reps because I wanted to change my life. And 6 months later, I looked in the mirror and it had happened. My body had changed and my confidence had changed. And I used that principle of determination, commitment, and focus that I learned in the gym, but I apply that to my businesses, I apply that to my career, and into everything I do. And that's what I got from the gym, from just putting the work in every day when nobody was asking me to. Now, this is the result of 25 years of hard work. In 2016, I competed at the Canadian Nationals and placed third in my category at the age of 42. I can see that some of you are young and wild and like to get turned up every now and then. Please stay that way, because I got bad news for you. We get boring as we get older. I've seen it happen to many, many of my friends. Keep having fun and keep exploring. I know many of you have probably seen this meme before, and it is absolutely true. Keep pushing your boundaries and step outside of your comfort zone. Now, I'm going to share a story with you of what I experienced when I stepped out of my comfort zone and tried something new. We all have that annoying friend, always taking photos of their food, of their dog, of their outfit of the day. Well, I'm that annoying friend. See, I used to take my camera with me everywhere and take photos of everything. And what started off as an annoying hobby turned into a life-changing passion for me. One of my friends liked my photography and said, "Hey, why don't you host a photo exhibit? Why don't you share some of your photography?" And I laughed. I'm like, I'm not an artist. I'm going to share my photos? And if someone had told me 10 years ago that I would be a published photographer and I would be hosting photo exhibits, I'd say you definitely had the wrong guy. See, I discovered photography at the age of 35, and it has completely changed the way I see the world, the way I travel, and it's even allowed me to change the lives of children in different countries. The fact that I can take a photo and I can share that with my friends and raise money and use that money to benefit kids in other countries makes me feel so proud and purposeful. Now, I believe that each one of you, each one of us, we have a special skill. We have a secret talent just waiting to be discovered. And I invite you, step out of your comfort zone. Pursue that passion that you're interested in and just dive in both feet first. I promise you will learn something new about yourself and life will become even more rewarding. Contribution. I saved the most important for last. I am of the belief that if you have the time, if you have the money, or if you're healthy and able, it is our moral obligation to contribute to those in need. Of all the projects, of all the projects I've been a part of, all the companies I've started, nothing has made me feel more proud than the work that I've done with Artbound. Artbound is a non-for-profit that we founded in 2011. And today we've raised over $1 million and we've built schools in Kenya, India, Nicaragua, and Haiti. And I can tell you, it has been the most unbelievable experience. Now, contribution isn't something you need to be rich to do. It's not something that actually even requires money. Sometimes it just requires your time and energy. And that could look like volunteering at a homeless shelter. It could be spending time with elderly, just keeping them company. And it could even be just calling in to check on your friends or stopping to ask a stranger, hey, how are you? How are you doing? What's really going on? See, because sometimes people, they just want to be heard. They just want to say what's going on and know that someone cares. And even a small contribution like that can make a huge impact. And you'll be amazed at the conversations you can have and the difference you can make in people's lives. It's truly a magical feeling to make a difference in a stranger's life. Even if you're never going to see them again, that feeling lasts forever and your life will never be the same. Now, I don't have to tell you that we're living in really crazy times. And even though we have more information, technology, resources, and money, there's still a lot of crazy shit happening on our planet. And that is why we need you to not just think about how to be successful, but how to be a successful human. We need the best version of you to help us get our planet back on track so we can live in a world that works for everybody. Now, you may think I'm crazy when I say this, but I do believe that together we can make some great things happen. And if we all focus on loving ourselves, being healthy, having great relationships, contribution, and exploring, we can live in a world and create something that works for everyone. Now, I'd like to end this talk with one of my favorite quotes by US President John F. Kennedy. If not us, who? And if not now, when? I'd like to thank you for your time. My name is Zark Fakah. I'm proud to say that.